Hi guys, welcome back. So let's talk about, have you ever in your life, and it may be a 20-year-old life or a 70-year-old life or somewhere in between, it's not specific. So have you ever in your life had to reinvent yourself? And when I say reinvent, it could look different for anybody, right? Again, it's perspective. So maybe you were in college and had to drop out because you had to get a job to support yourself because your family no longer was supporting you. Maybe you couldn't afford college, so you did have to drop out, get a job. Or maybe you lost your job at, say, 45, between 45 and 65, when you never thought that was possible. You were looking forward to keeping the job you had in retirement until you retired. Everything was on track. Everything was status quo, right? And then all of a sudden, something gets put on your calendar. Within 15 minutes, you're on a call with HR, or you're sitting in someone's office and they're going, well, we're sorry, but we're going to let you go. That's a hard one to take. And then you're like, what do I do now? And you find yourself having to reinvent yourself. Maybe you graduated with a tech degree, or you have tech experience and that's all you've done your whole life. And the tech industry is so soft that you're just going to have to fall into another industry. And so you have to reinvent your total resume and what you've done and try to find a job. And you're going to have to try to narrow. So if you're in the tech industry, you're probably making six figures, and now you're going to have to take a job that might pay you 60 or 65 or 70 or 75. And you're thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to live off when we're in a world that costs so much money? It seems like we're penalized, or we have to pay a fee just to breathe now. Groceries, gas, energy, whether it's electric, whether it's gasoline, whether it's natural gas, everything is so expensive. Insurance on a house, insurance on your cars, health insurance, the cost and the premiums that go along with that. We're in a world of upheaval right now, just completely here in the United States. And I don't think our government has done us a lot of favors. And when I talk about government, I'm not talking about Republicans or Democrats. I'm talking about government as a collective body. So this is not going to be a political channel. If you want politics, you need to slide on over to another channel. So it's life. It's maybe having your identity taken from you, what you knew, and you have to reinvent yourself again and again and again. And you're thinking, when is this going to stop? So I can tell you that when I was growing up, it appeared that, the thing to do was to go to college, get a degree, and get a job, stay with a company, and leave that company with a pension and retirement. It didn't work that way. We had 9/11 that crashed the markets. We had the 2008 housing crisis. We had a lot of things go on that took people a lot of years to recover from. And some didn't recover. They lost everything. So what are we doing? We're surviving quietly. Surviving quietly, we're trying to survive. That's what most of us are trying to do. Now, some of us might have jobs that are paying six figures to $500,000. So good for you. That's great. But when you look around and you look at the struggles that people are facing today, the majority of people aren't doing that. And It's a very separated world. So you have those that are well over and above the six figures, and then you have those that seem like they're just falling lower and lower and lower in class. So there is no real middle class anymore. It's been taken away. And so when you go from one to the other, it's a huge adjustment. And you do have to reinvent yourself. Tell me, what are your struggles? Put them down in the comments. Have you lost a job? Were you laid off? Are you finding it difficult to find another one? How long have you been looking for a job? Were you able to get unemployment? Because that's a big thing. The states are really fighting on unemployment now. They're using everything and anything to not give you the money. And people are starving. I mean, look at the Door Dashers out there today. They're in their 60s. Why do you think that is? Because they got let go of their jobs, and now no one will hire them because they're not old enough to retire, but they're not young enough to where jobs want them. And there's several reasons for that. So what do y'all think about how our economy is, how much everything is costing? And you know, the government has promised, oh, it's going to get better, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. I only see gas prices going up. I only see electric going up. Insurance for your house going up. Taxes going up. We're not having any corrections in the market. Everything just continues to go up. The only correction that we've really had that I can see is the housing are starting to come down. So when people go to try to sell their house because they can't afford to live there anymore and they don't know where they're going to go and they're going to have to rent, now you have that individual selling at a loss or less than what they have been taxed on and insured with for many, many years. So it's kind of a catch-22, the environment that we're in right now. And it's difficult to know where to go, how to get there, and what to do. Let me know in the comments down below if you're facing something, what you might be facing, how you're handling it, and if you've actually worked through something, let me know the outcome. Was it good? Was it bad? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, please consider subscribing, liking, and hyping the video if you think the content is worthy, and I will see you in the next one.